Hi, I'm back. I'll be reading some more from the Bible, and I'll be using the reading plan from the daily audio Bible app, and I am in the proverbs section, and I'll be reading for January 16, 2021. So I'll be reading Proverbs 16. How God is described in Proverbs. God is aware of all that happens. Chapter 15, verse 3 knows the hearts of all people. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 11, chapter 16, verse 2, chapter 21, verse 2 controls all things. Chapter 16, verse 33, chapter 21, verse 30, is a place of safety. Chapter 18, verse 10, rescues good people from danger. Chapter 11, verses 1 and verse 21, condemns the wicked. Chapter 11, verse 31, hears and delights in our prayers. Chapter 15, verse 8 and verse 29, loves those who obey him. Chapter 15, verse 9, chapter 22, verse 12, cares for the poor and needy. Chapter 15, verse 25, chapter 22, verses 22 and 23, tests and purifies hearts. Chapter 17, verse 3, hates evil. Chapter 17, verse 5, chapter 21, verse 27, chapter 28, verse 9. Our response should be to fear and revere God. Chapter 10, verse 27, chapter 14, verses 26 and 27, chapter 15, verse 16, chapter 16, verse 6, chapter 19, verse 23, and chapter 28, verse 14, to obey God's word. Chapter 13, verse 13, chapter 19, verse 16, to please God by doing what is right and just. Chapter 21, verse 3, to trust in God. Chapter 22, verses 17 to 19, chapter 29, verse 25. Proverbs is a book about wise living. It often focuses on a person's response and an attitude toward God, who is the source of wisdom. And a number of proverbs point out aspects of God's character. Knowing God helps us on the way to wisdom. Proverbs chapter 16. To humans belong the plans of the heart, but from the Lord comes the proper answer of the tongue. All a person's way seems pure to them, but motives are weighed by the Lord. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. The Lord works out everything to its proper end, even the wicked for a day of disaster. The Lord detests all the proud of heart. Be sure of this, they will not go unpunished. Through love and faithfulness, sin is atoned for. Through the fear of the Lord, evil is avoided. When the Lord takes pleasure in anyone's way, he causes their enemies to make peace with them. Better a little with righteousness than much gain with injustice. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. The lips of a king speak as an oracle, and his mouth does not betray justice. Honest scales and balances belong to the Lord. All the weights in the bag are of his making. Kings detest wrongdoing, for a throne is established through righteousness. Kings take pleasure in honest lips. They value the one who speaks what is right. What is right. A king's wrath is a messenger of death, but the wise will appease it. When a king's face brightens, it means life. His favor is like a rain cloud in spring. How much better to get wisdom than gold, to get insight rather than silver. The highway of the upright avoids evil. Those who guard their ways preserve their lives. Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Before a fall. Better to be lowly in spirit along with the oppressed than to share plunder with the proud. Whoever gives heed to instruction prospers, and blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. The wise in heart are called discerning, and Grace's words prompt instruction. Prudence is a fountain of life to the prudent. Prudence is a fountain of life to the prudent, but for but folly brings punishment to fools. The hearts of the wise make their mouths prudent, and their lips promote instruction. Gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul, and healing to the bones. There is a way that appears to be right, but in the end it leads to death. The appetite of laborers works for them, the hunger drives them on. A scandal plots evil, and on their lips it is like a scorching fire. A perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. A violent person entices their neighbor. A violent person entices their neighbor and and leads them down a path that is not good. Whoever winks with their eye is plotting perversity. Whoever purses their lips is bent on evil. Gray hair is a crown of splendor. It is attained in the way of righteousness, of righteousness, of, of righteousness. Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control, the one who takes a city. The Lord is cast into the lamp, but its every decision is from the Lord. It's from the Lord. Okay, that's all. Bye.